the whole thing freaked me out. You know?
It did to me too the entire time. I'm like,
yeah, I mean.
An attack has decimated the British capital.
5 of the world's leaders are now dead.
Stay with me. We'll get you out of here.
Mr. President, I watched the movie last night. It is amazing.
Good.
Tell me a little bit about this sequel. I feel like there's a little bit of a pressure zone there because you have to really up the ante from the first. How did you guys achieve that? Because you did it very well.
First of all, taking it to London was a brilliant idea, and surrounding it around a state funeral. All the leaders naturally are going to come in to pay their respects to the death of the Prime Minister. And, you know, London having an underground, having all the, you know, the narrow streets and the river and the big city, you know, it's a perfect place for an action movie.
Once we got into it, once we started, it was relentless to the end, to the very end.
That's the word, relentless. Relentless to film it.
Right.
Because it's non-stop.
To those who threaten our freedom, America will rise up. We will find you, and we will destroy you.
What do you think it is about London Has Fallen that's really going to connect with people this time around?
It's the caring, it's the emotional. It's teaching people, you know, some lesson which we have in this, which I always felt was prevailing no matter what. We will stand up and we will prevail no matter what.
The difference between this one and that one is the amount of damage done to the entire city. It could encourage people to really follow up on if you see something. Say something. You know?
Right.
Welcome to London, Mr. President.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Bugs the hell out of me.
Get down!
Has your mentality changed now that you've played president 2 times around? Like, are you a little more paranoid about certain things?
So you learn things that you don't want to know. So it definitely has changed my outlook. It's fun to play the president because you always have to think presidential thoughts and you always have to weigh what your natural instincts would be if somebody were trying to kill you. I will not be executed as propaganda. You don't let them take me. If it comes to it, I want you to kill me. That's an order.
Now in this movie, there's so many action scenes on land, on air. Which one did you enjoy the most? And was there anything that kind of scared you, freaked you out a bit?
Any scene on an aircraft
Those
that's
are
going
scary.
down.
Yeah.
You know, that's for real scary to me.
The whole thing freaked me out. You know?
It did to me too the entire time. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, there's so much going on. There's guns everywhere. There's cars, there's motorcycles, helicopters. Everything freaks you out, but in a good way.
What would you like to see for the franchise next?
Well, I don't know. I'll be on the golf course. Hey, you only get 8 years.
I'm pretty sure that what they come up with is going to be like, oh, of course. Oh my God.
Pero no se vayan, opriman a la derecha para las entrevistas con el elenco que le dio vida a los personajes animados de Zootopia, o a la izquierda para las 7 cosas que queremos ver en Toy Story 4 y suscríbanse a Clever TV.